Going live. Things. Okay, all right, there we go.
No, it's too.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Tour Tuesday. I promise there's more than just me. We have better people to look at than just me. Who are we going to have on? Marilyn Nunn is the first one on tonight. Well, at least the first one that commented. Good to see you.
Hi, guys. It's me.
We've got some really cool stuff. I think you're going to love tonight's live. Take a break from the heat outside. I was pulling weeds, and I know that sounds pretty simple, but I've never actually owned a place before where I've had to pull weeds or spray them. So, yeah, that was very interesting.
Well, Jay,
I don't care for it that much, honestly.
you have always been, even with your siblings, you are always the organizers. They are the worker bees.
Not anymore now they bought me around. That's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, well tonight, you guys, we have a really cool thing we're going to tell you about what some tours are happening, what are happening right now with current tours. And then we will go over, we have a special guest going to join us here on stage in the Excite Tour office. They've actually been here with us the last 2 days.
That's right. She's going to pop in.
And then we have some really cool one days that we want you to take a peek at and get signed up for with us. And if we have time, we will announce a special new program. So we will see if we get to it. So fingers crossed. Who we got on? Barb. Hi, Barb. Hi, Pam. John. Good to see you. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jody. Okay, so what tours do we have out right now? Which one left yesterday?
Trains of the Northeast left.
Oh, yeah. That's our new tour.
Yes.
One of many.
Right.
And Alyssa's on that one.
Right.
And they started where in Boston, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. And they do 3 different trains. And the first one is the Nor'easter up to Portland. Oh, okay, cool.
Phone?
And then
I'll get that phone.
train Nor'easter, they go to Portland, and they do 2 different trains that are up there, the Cog Railway, and then like a 60s themed train. So it's just an absolute spectacular trip. Great for summer. It's about 6 days, if I'm right. So it's just a great amount of time to be away from home, do something very unique. And as you can see, it's been crazy here. Everybody's getting signed up for trips. And then also, speaking of trains, we have the Colorado Rails tour that is leaving on Thursday, and Steph is taking that one. That is a bus tour, so a lot of our guests have been on that trip. If you are have been with us for a while, typically Trains of New England or Colorado Rail is a popular one. That has the Pikes Peak Cog Railway, the Umbreeze and Toltec, the Georgetown Loop, and the Royal Gorge Railroad. So that is just a really, again, fabulous 5-day tour out to Colorado and South Denver, and then through the mountains. And we're trying to get together the Colorado Rockies train. So more to come on the Colorado Rockies. Okay, so now it is going to be time for us to introduce our special guest. This is somebody that's been with us for quite some time. And I was going to say guide, but they are much more than a guide now, and we'll talk about that here when she joins us. But it's with great pleasure that we're so excited to have Carrie Alexander here this evening.
Hello.
I think a lot of people will know who you are. A lot of people have been with it. Something cool I thought we'd chat about today was Carrie was helping us with a lot of the projects that are going on and reaching out to guests. And she was saying, oh, I have this person, I've been on this person has been on my tour. And I was like, how? She said, well, when I do the group text, then I put what tour they were on in that text, and so I can remember. And that's so awesome.
Yes. I have everyone's phone number in my phone, and I put in their title what trip they've been on. And then as they go on more tours, I just add the tour on there.
Cool.
And then I can keep track of what tours I've had them on. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Jody.
Hey, Michael. Good to see you. Phyllis. Yeah. Okay. So, Carrie, I think maybe some people probably have heard of it, but for our new visitors, tell us how you got started with Excite, because I think a lot of people are very curious about how we find all of our amazing team members.
Yeah, so for me, I actually got started by going on a tour. My mom and I went on the Galena trip, and it was first going in 2021, and Cindy was on that trip. And I just said it would be so cool to be a tour guide. And Cindy said, well, you should send me your resume. And I sent her my resume. And my mom and I did a ghost tour one night on that trip.
Right.
And I was telling her about it. And she said, why don't you tell everyone about it on the bus? And so I did. And she said, well, that's your audition.
Yeah.
So, and the rest was history. So, yeah.
And here she is.
And here I am.
So what was your first tour?
So the first tour that I trained on was the Indianola balloon,
Okay.
was the one day with Steph.
Right.
And then that was like 2 weeks after,
Was it?
after
Yeah.
riding. And then my first multi-day was actually Magnolia Markets.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, another great trip.
Very
All right.
fun.
Hey, Taylor's on. Hey, how's it going, Tay?
Hey, Taylor.
Hi, Darlene.
Oh.
Nancy.
Taylor.
Now, Kira, you don't live in Omaha, so where are you from?
I'm from Omaha originally,
right.
but I live in Kansas City now. So
Very cool.
yes.
And you have some little ones. Well, they're not so little anymore, but
Yes, I have a 7-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, and an almost 12-year-old son, James. Yes.
and they're in sports. And what are they doing this
Yes. Well, right now doing some camps, zoo camp for my daughter,
yeah.
and James is doing some baseball camps and pickleball camps. All sorts of fun.
Get pickleball already done.
Yes.
Okay, so do you know how many tours you've done? Or like a
I
ballpark?
think I'm at like 30, maybe. So, yes.
So cool. Do you have any tours that are on your bucket list that you're like looking forward to doing, or even if we don't have it yet, or things you're looking to go to?
Oh, well, this year I'm really looking forward to the Grand Ole Opry trip
oh,
that's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
up. That one's exciting. And, I'm looking forward to maybe next year doing Route 66.
Cool.
I don't know. That's
Oh,
probably on my wish
Mhm.
list. So we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, we have so many good trips, and I'm looking through all of them, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that one,
Yeah.
and that one, and
That's
that
what
one. So
happens.
I'm just gonna be gone all the time.
That's what happens.
And we keep adding more to our plate because what was it last week? The week before we had that conference, and Kira came up for the entire basically 6 days that we did that, and worked noon morning to night to be there and support the entire project. And then we were like, oh, by the way, come up for a weekend work in the office and get a taste of what it's like that goes on here, and just like learn the process of all the different things and everything. So a jack of many trades. Where did the passion of guiding come from, like, in travel? Has it been recent? Have you always kind of had this travel bug?
Well, I've always loved to travel because my mom and my stepdad, we have always traveled
Cool.
from the very beginning. And my stepdad loves to drive. And
Oh,
so
okay.
we have really never flown. We've
Okay.
always driven. And we would always do a summer trip, and he would take us through like 5 or 6 different states. We would be gone for 12 days at
Wow.
a time. And I've always wanted to visit all 50 states. I don't have all of them yet. So I really need to get to all of them. But he would just drive, and we would get to all the different interesting places. And so
Amazing.
I've loved to travel. And the best thing about this job is getting to meet all the awesome people that we
Yes.
have. We really do have like the best.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Did you ever see what's on her hand here?
Her arm.
Arm?
Oh,
Oh yeah, this is so cool.
Well, I
You
don't
can-
know
it's
if you
hard to
can
see it,
but it's like a tattoo of the U.S. and then it's got a little bus on there. So
I'm getting one too. I'm probably gonna be like, "What's?"
Oh, yeah.
I was wanted another one. And I thought, that's so awesome.
Your first one.
It's over here. It's the one that Mitchell Ashley and I will have in the
Oh.
What did Kathy say? Haven't been on a tour, but so anxious to go on one. Oh, we would love to have you, Kathy. That's so great. Thanks for joining us. Tammy, good to see you.
hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie Douglas. Lori, good to see you. Kathy Stone, Judy Rasmussen, good to see you. Stephanie Meyer. Oh,
Oh,
we had her on 2 weeks ago.
last
week.
week.
That we saw her together. I
Or
don't know
Lutheran
anymore.
Women's Conference. She was-
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie, if you were going to, you often talk to people that are new to bus tour traveling. What would be some advice you give to people that are starting to figure out if they want to do it, and maybe like what they can expect on a tour with you?
I would definitely say do it because it is awesome. And I would say just go in with an open mind. And we always try to do everything for you that we can to make it as smooth as possible. And just know that sometimes things change and just go with the flow because sometimes the things that change, we actually find better things.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes things work out better.
Very cool. What maybe sets your style apart, or what would you say is one thing that you might do that maybe has a different light than some of a different guy? Like everyone kind of has their style. So how would you describe your style of guiding? Like, what is your vibe?
Let's see. One of the things that I like to do, the very first day, I will go around and I like start with a question.
Oh.
And so when I'm checking people in, I will start with a question. So for example, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Cool.
And so I'll go around, I'll ask them their name, put their ice cream flavor down, and then I can kind of associate the name with their ice cream flavor. And so that time, then I can kind of associate that. And so then throughout the week or however long the trip is, I'm kind of going back to my notes. Okay, this is Debbie and her favorite is Rocky Road or whatever.
Is that what your favorite is, Deb?
Hopefully.
She remembered.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know if I've asked Debbie that question.
She says 50 states, all the small states, all have 49. Only Hawaii left. Oh, and you saved one of the best for last. So you let me know when you want to do that one. I'll go on that with you. Let's see. Super cute cat. Awesome. Doing County. That's exciting. Phyllis said, hey, Phyllis, you can call us in the office, 402-293-9282, or send us a message or an email. A smoke signal might be kind of hard to read, but we'll figure it out. So just get a hold of us and we can answer your questions and help you out with the upcoming tour. What does it say? Carrie has a great memory for names.
Thank you.
That's something I've tried to develop forever. I was always terrible with names, and I'm not probably any better, but I can remember faces.
Yes.
I remember one of the first times is like we were at this Cubs game and we took all these people into this giant stadium, and then we were supposed to all come out at the end, and I'm like, how am I going to know? But I could tell, like, okay, that person's with me, that person's with me, that person's with me. And it was a 3-day trip. But to get to their names, I really need to do like some sort of mental game like that. That's very cool.
I do try to tell everyone, like, please wear your name tags the first day because I really do try to make sure by the end of the first day I have everyone's name memorized. So I really don't want to call you Hey You.
When you have 40 people?
Yeah.
Oh,
Even when I have 40 people, I really do try hard to memorize everyone's name.
I can't even remember all my siblings. I have to start down at the bottom and go up.
I can call some of the siblings sometimes. So that's fantastic. Let's see here. Okay, let's say somebody's interested in guiding. What advice would you give them?
I would just say if you're interested in guiding, if you love talking to people, if you love traveling, just talk to one of these two, and I'm sure they would be happy to have you.
Get you in a week or so.
Yeah, we have, we're growing so fast. What did she say?
Nancy said, my fun facts set me apart.
That's
yes,
true.
I do have fun facts about all the places that we go. Here's fun facts. I like to give everyone fun facts about all the places that we go. And then at the end of the trip, we almost have trivia. at
Oh
the
my
end.
gosh, how cool.
that's-
Can
And
you
I
repeat that
say-
question?
I say, listen, you can let these fun facts go in one ear and out the other. It's your vacation. You don't need to memorize things if you don't want to. But if you like to have fun facts, then there will be trivia at the
Awesome.
end.
And a present.
So great. Yeah, I mean, if you guiding, it takes a while to kind of jump rope with it. It takes time. It used to be really fast, and now it's a little slower. It takes about 6 months to a year to get going with it all, and not only because everybody has some experience with it, but everything's so crazy and growing, and so many things going on that it takes sitting down a little bit of time to get our schedule together to do the interviews. But usually, like, we end up having people send us their emails of a resume and just like kind of what they're interested in. And then we'll review them.
Right. And then sometimes, well, most of the time we send them out with a guide that has gone on trips and everything.
Mhm.
So they're not out there totally by themselves for the first couple of times,
Right. Yeah.
But we would never send them out if they didn't want to by themselves.
Yeah, for sure. And like we'll go to coffee with you and have a kind of
Right.
informal, and try to work it out. But there's so many opportunities that are coming down the pipe. But just if you're interested, it's always good to have you on our radar, because that helps so many people out there. Yeah, it takes many hands to make this whole thing run. What else? Can you think of any questions? What is it going on here? How many people will
Thank
be
you,
on the
Linda.
national? Mhm. Oh, I love it. Your first one. How many people are on the national trip? Okay, which one? The Christmas one or the Grand Ole Opry? And to be honest, I don't know either one off the top of my head, but we can find out.
I know how many are on the Grand Ole Opry.
Is it
There's
30?
31.
31.
That's the one you want to go on?
That's what I'm doing.
That's what we want. Yep. And the Christmas one, it's really early, so people are signing up for it now. But it usually has 36 to 45 ish. We really don't pack the buses any more than 45 on any sort of longer trips, because it's just not as comfortable as it should be.
But all of our Christmas ones are usually pretty full.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. New York City has 30. We maxed out. We've never taken 30 people in New York
Right.
City. So
Right.
it is full. That is, oh my.
That's exciting.
That reminds me to send that to that lady. That's cool. So we invited, so Carrie's up here for this week. So if you're calling the office, maybe you get her on the phone. She's doing the phones too with Sue, and Pat's off the rest of the week.
Yes.
So,
She's up in, where is she?
oh yeah, Okoboji. Yeah.
Okoboji.
What did it say? Are you planning a trip to the Smoky Mountains? I'm done. We actually have one. We've had one. Well, we've had it every year, but it's gone once before last year, and then is it on next year's?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we have a Smoky Mountain tour next year. It's sort of like beginning of summerish time, so the weather's nice, and you don't have to worry about crazy stuff up there. But I think it's a great mix of everything you should see in Smoky Mountains. So, just looking forward to the Galena trip next week. Yep, coming up. Is this still room on Southwest Parks? I think we have like 6 spots left, Susan. So if you're interested in Southwest Parks, check it out. You can reserve it online if you find all the information. Otherwise, you can give us a call.
For the Kansas City one, there is still room.
Yes, Kansas City.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Get that one going. And Sally, there's 31 on the Opry trip going
Right.
so far. And Annette, thank you. I love you
You
too.
can read.
Yes. I have to get real close.
I think it's
but-
harder from this end. I've been putting you at disadvantage. Even I'm like, fantastic. So thrilled to have you here. Thanks for coming up here, spending
Thank
this time and
you.
being on
Thank you very much. Now she's going back to work. She worked from 5 to 7. She didn't even take a lunch or a break. Then she combed her hair,
It was getting frizzy.
and here she is. Okay, what we got here?
Okay, so guys, we have. I think we're gonna have time to do a couple things. So first of all, some reminders about trips coming up. Do you want to go through the first one or second one?
Doesn't matter. I don't drink, so you should.
Okay,
probably do
well,
that.
I'll do this one then. Okay, I don't drink either. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
so we have a really cool one-day tour that is so popular and fun, and it's so unique. It's called the Iowa Distillery Tour. So Iowa is known for its whiskey, like its malt whiskeys and stuff. And they actually have some great distilleries that are within a reasonable amount of distance to fit them all in one day. And so we found a really cool way to integrate those into a trip. And so it is not necessarily a like booze cruise or party bus. It's a regular bus. And it really is about how the different products are made. You're going to go to Lonely Oak Distillery. That is a very, very local family run operation. And so you're going to learn how they take their, natural products, corn and everything, to make it into, a whiskey. And then you're going to go to Iowa Legendary then you go to Templeton Rye. So Templeton Rye is like a massive company, great products. And you can see like a giant facility and how they do that in Templeton, Iowa. And then you go to Iowa Legendary, which is sort of more like a moonshine bootlegging type situation. That is really fun to see how these gentlemen make this whiskey. And then you end in Des Moines at, I was going to do them all by heart. Now I'm having a moment. It's called Foundry. F word. Foundry, where you'll have a really cool, unique tour down there. It's basically in South Des Moines and Johnson. So it includes dinner. Obviously, have an amazing guide. We have snacks and stuff on board. So, when you're buying everything and having these different tastings, you're, having fun with everybody. This tour is August 16th, 2025. It is $195 a person. Technically, it's a small group, so we try to take about 20 people, just so we can make sure we fit in these different spaces. So check it out. It's a super fun Saturday, August 16th. It's a little over a month away, but you should check it out.
And mine is the Husker Opener.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
In Kansas. And that one is August 28th. And it's one whole day. You're going to probably get on the bus, probably we think about 11 o'clock or something like that.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Oh, excuse me.
2
p.m.
Close.
But then we won't get home until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But that's okay
Mhm.
because we have the bus and all you have to do is get on it and sit there.
Yep.
And it's going to be the Huskers with the Cincinnati Bullcats. Bearcats.
Yep.
Okay, good. And it's going to be at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, so cool.
We're going to have a little party before a tailgate. So we'll have some refreshments, some hot dogs, whatever, some salads, some goodies, and things like that. And then also the chocolate chip cookie. We got to have those.
Yeah.
Patty's making them as we speak. So we have to have that. And then you're also going to get like a bag filled with things.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a nice stadium bag. And what's all going to be in there, Jay? A
Just some-
t-shirt?
Yeah, there's gonna be some Husker branded stuff in there for you. So
Right.
something to commemorate kind of our first time doing a Husker game, and it's in a unique location because we haven't ever done a Husker game,
No.
and it's at Arrowhead Stadium.
But
so-
we'll have a t-shirt, a lanyard for you. And then some cooling towels because it'll probably be nice and hot there.
Yeah, good thing the game's at 8, so
Yeah.
it'll be reasonable. But,
But-
right, it could be hot.
We have very good seats. We're
Yeah,
in section 114,
Yep.
row 30 and 31.
yeah. So check that out. Section
Okay.
114. They are rocking tickets. You're not up in the nosebleeds.
Again, this
Yeah.
is the Husker Opener, and this is August 28th. Please come and try it out with us.
Amazing.
Jay and I were going to be there too.
We are going to be there, and a lot of our staff's going to be there. Carrie, you're going to be on tour.
I don't think so.
Oh, yep. So we'll probably have a lot of staff there. So that'd be great.
She's going to be
Yep,
there.
Carrie's going to be there.
See, she's already working.
I think I'm setting up the.
Oh, the tailgate, yeah.
Oh, you're going to help
And
Steph. Okay.
Stephanie down there setting it up, and Bree. So we got.
And
Oh, no.
John.
Yep.
Yeah, not Bree.
Not Bree. That's what I was thinking of.
She's busy.
Yeah. So the buses
Okay.
will literally take you to the bus parking, and you'll walk a little ways to our private tailgate, and then you can go to the big tailgates with everybody if you want to, and then you have plenty of time to go to the game, do the whole thing, and then you can sleep on the way home. So it's perfect. You don't have to spend the night in a hotel. You don't have to drive home. You just have a great time. So,
You'll have a wonderful time. Okay, guys.
okay, we have a few minutes left, so we are going to be able to do this with you all. Who is ready for another Tour Tuesday special announcement?
Me.
Okay, so Cindy and I recognize that we have a lot of guests that sign up for repeat tours. And so we've been trying to figure out a way that we can explore rewarding people for the repeat business because we are so grateful for these clients that come return time and time again. And so what we explored a couple different options, and we're always wanting to try things, right? And just see what happens. Our travel tribe, what you guys say about everything, it's really important to us. And so we want to try some stuff and see what you guys think. but we're gonna start with this. So, what is the program we're gonna call? What are we calling it?
We call the repeat is Excite Repeat Rewards.
So, basically, if you sign up on tour for another tour, you get $100 off per person, 3 days or more. So, all you have to do, we'll have the catalogs for you. Obviously, our website's all up to date, so you will be able to look at all those the tours. And then if you just let your guide know, hey, I'm going to sign up for XYZ. You can either you can fill it out on your phone. If you brought your laptop or your iPad, you can fill it on your iPad. Or you can give that your information to your guide, and then they can call the office or work with you to call the office and get you signed up. But as long as you pay your deposit for whatever tour that is, then we'll note the $100 off a tour for both people.
Now, is that 3 days or more?
Yeah, 3 days or more. Yep.
Okay.
And you can do it for as many as you want, really. Most people just pick one, but you could pick a bunch, I suppose. And we'll combine it with other stuff we have if we have living out there. If you have like a tour party credit or whatever,
right?
Right. So, but it has to be on a brand new tour from that moment. So if you already have a tour signed up, it doesn't count for that. Sorry. It's got to be something that you don't have on the books already. But yeah, something fun and cool. And we want to hear your feedback about the program. The guides will go over it with you on the coaches, and then they'll be able to help you with it. So it'll be fun, I think.
So what you mean is, I just want to clarify this little. I'm on the bus.
Yeah.
And I went to, let's say, Mackinac.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Carrie's going to tell me, do you have a friend to sign up?
No, anybody that wants to sign up for a trip can come, and they can sign up for another, as long as they sign up for a trip.
So I'm going to sign up.
Myself.
I'm going to sign up again for Washington, D.C.
Right.
I get $100 off.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to have a referral program too, but this is not that. This is just the repeat business.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, that's great. That's super cool.
I figured if I didn't think of it, you probably wouldn't either.
Taylor said, "Can I get the discount?"
We'll think about it.
Taylor Bell?
Yeah.
Is this the first time he's ever watched us?
I don't know if it's the first time, but it's definitely a time.
Thanks for coming on. All right. I love it.
Nancy says, "Yay for an announcement." Lost track of how many I've been on. Lenora, I know, right? Lenora, you've been on so many with us. Okay, just a thought. Several of us have park passes. You could use them when we travel. Yeah, that's true. So the thing is some national parks you got to pay per bus. Right. So it doesn't matter if some guests have them, some don't. But we try to take advantage of it when we can. I know we did that in a different way at the zoo. If people had zoo passes and they use that instead.
And I think the bus company, don't they buy them sometimes?
Yeah. Oh, like those CU8. Oh,
yeah.
They're a nightmare. Yeah.
They usually
definitely bring them though, because we have used them at different parks on some of the trips.
Okay. Carrie said that you should bring them because they have used them for some of the parks. So please bring them, she said.
Cool.
And she would know because she's on the trip. Jay and I we don't go on trips. We don't work. We stay here.
Jody says, "Do you have to sign up through a guide or just on your own?" Okay, so what you should let us know which tour you're on. If you're going to go on while you're on your phone on tour, you should put in the comments to organizer on Nashville Christmas with Carrie. That way we know what guide you're with and then what tour you're currently on.
Okay.
We will verify with what tour you're on here, but it just makes it faster for our team.
Right.
If you just put that on there, and then we can double check. Jody could be using up your woods. Yes. So look ahead. Our new catalog. We are so excited about it. It'll come out late this summer, so probably another month and a half, I think. But you can check out our website to see them populate. They're going to start coming up here in the next probably 2 weeks. You start to see all the ones for 2026 come up there. We've got a few for next year already. We have Iceland. We have the Rhine River Cruise, and now Italy up there, and New Orleans, and then Antarctica for the 2027. And those are all up on the website.
And Italy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any questions? What's going on out there?
Jody.
National park passes. Yeah. It's great. It was
We got a lot of people on this week.
so fun. Yeah, you guys, this is so
Yeah,
awesome. Again, thanks to
you.
Carrie for jumping in with us and being here this week. Next week, you will most likely have Bree and Cindy, some version of that, doing our Tour Tuesday live.
And maybe a little bit of Jay.
And maybe a little bit of
Yeah,
Jay on the
sure.
Facebook page. Yep. I'm going to try to do some announcements from over the ocean. And I cannot wait to see y'all when we get back. Hopefully, y'all we get out some trips and travel with us. And we will see you all soon. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Mom.
Is Jay? Kate must be with Gloria.
Right? Well, I don't know. We got there pretty fast.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Great to see you all. Have a great evening. See you next
Bye.
week. Bye.